or at least it used to. On time is late. 15 minutes early is on time. A half hour early is. You'll never lose like that. You'll never get hurt like that. Hey, I'm a half hour early. Oh no. If you're somebody who's consistently late, you're telling people you matter less than them. You'll hear people say this a lot. I'm busy. I'm sorry. Were you under the impression that I am an adult with a job, other commitments, responsibilities, a house, all of these other things, and I'm not busy? So what you mean to say is you being busy outranks what makes me busy. Is that what you mean to be saying? That's not what I meant. Well, then maybe don't use all those words together, because that's what they mean. I don't know how that's the other person's fault, but okay. I hate people being late. This is, again, I am a split down the middle between my parents, but this is Dean here for sure. I mean, the amount of times I saw that man stand at the bottom of those steps, anger in his eyes, hurry in the voice, waiting for that woman who looked the exact same way she did going into that bathroom as she did when she came out of it. Literally made that man wait at the bottom of them steps his entire life, made him late to everything he's ever been to. And it made him crazy. That supplied a little anxiety for him. He didn't like that. And that's how I feel about it. I don't like being late. I'll never forget, I was hanging out with a newer group of friends of mine. We've been friends for a few years now, but there was a time where we just kind of got to know one another. And they said, hey, let's all get together at Buzzman and let's go have a drink. And they said 8 o'clock. And I was there at 7:45. They all showed up at 8:30. And one of them said to me, you've been here a while, huh? I said, 7:45. And he said to me, he goes, God, man, when you say 8, you mean 8. And I was like, yeah. If I'm late, call the cops. Something happened. And it's not even about you. I respect me. I respect my time, right? And so, like, if this is when we're doing it, this is when we're doing it. So I get being annoyed with The Rock about that. And of all these allegations I see, that ego is as big as his waist and his arms. I have absolutely no problem believing that the guy who was famous because of his eyebrow is out there thinking he can be late to whatever he wants. 6'9". Welcome back to the program. If you're looking for cash, Teresa has that next Rock the Bank keyword, 10 a.m., $1,000 up for grabs on that. Not so bad. We were talking about money a little bit as Dwayne Johnson, The Rock there, has been accused of being unprofessional, showing up late constantly to the movie set. You know, there's a little Axl Rose in this. Plenty of actors throughout my life have been classified as difficult to work with because of these types of things. I absolutely could see him being late. He likes to overbook himself. He's one of those guys that like kind of feels like if I don't maximize every second of every minute of every day, I'm being lazy. And oh my God, right? And it's like, all right, buddy, you settle it down a little bit, right? We all smell what you're cooking. Dial it down a touch, right? And he does kind of feel like one of those. And he, if anything could be believed, is that his ego is out of control. For sure. Would have no problem believing that. I don't think he's necessarily a mean guy. But I think The Rock's been a little exposed over the last year, 18 months over dude, a lot of this public facing persona is all shtick. It is we're starting to see it. It's crumbling down around him a little bit. And nobody could be that guy forever. Nobody could be that I'm here to make everybody happy guy. That's just not it's not going to be a long running thing. Now they also had claimed, and multiple sources deny this, that because he would be late to the set and and he wouldn't want to take bathroom breaks, apparently he would just take a water bottle, urinate into it, and then hand it to a production assistant or a member from his team. A member from his team is more likely to be believable than he handed it to just a production assistant on a film. A member of your team is with you a lot. They know you. You have a different relationship. It's different. Much like when your mom loses her mind at the end of her life, you'll wipe her ass, but you're not going to wipe mine. Right? And so when you're close to people, you have a relationship with people, all of a sudden what you will do for those people is very different. Love will make you do something. Now, Do people who work for you love you? All right, I'm getting a little carried away there. But I think a lot of times, well, this could also happen. I'm not about to lose this job. And if the worst thing I got to do is hold urine all day in a bottle, I think I'll be all right. Not even all day, walking over to the garbage can. Although, can I ask this? How far could the garbage can be from Dwayne Johnson? Right? Like, how far could it be where it's like, I'm not walking all the way over there? I don't know if I buy the urine in the bottle thing. A lot of, you know what Kelly said? Here's a bottle of my urine. Now go sell it on eBay. That is funny, right? There's obviously no way for anybody to, prove without a shadow of a doubt that that's Dwayne's urine in that bottle, unless you had video of him doing it. That would be a pricey bottle of urine, I believe, on YouTube. I think that probably is. Not YouTube, sorry, eBay. I think that is going to be, that would sell for some money. But, like, when you watch The Rock, him thinking he's the most important person in the room, nothing happens without me, I'm the man, I'm this, it's the easiest thing in the world to believe. You know, since that's the industry he came out of, lather the chest with oil, put on the fake tan, and talk about how great you are. Again, I said that once, and people were like, are you messing with Trump? Fake tan? You messing with him? Are you messing with him? And it's like, no, dude, like, that's actually a quote. That there's only two places you could see somebody slather oil and fake tan on themselves and talk about how great they are: politics and wrestling. That's literally a famous old quote. I remember it was about a month or two ago, I used that analogy, and somebody's like, you're being unfair to him again. I think I hate you now. And I was like, okay, all right, fair enough. Then you hate me now over not understanding what it is I was saying. then you hate me. So Dwayne Johnson being an egomaniac who thinks he could be late and not caring about how much money he's costing the studio for the movie, for sure. Easiest thing in the world to believe. It literally, as a matter of fact, everything about his personality screams that. Like, it all screams it. If you missed any of those conversations this morning, I would urge you to pick up the podcast shortly, that at WRQK.com. Aside from that, I'm done. Teresa's up next and does have that next Rock the Bank $1,000 keyword. Stick around and check her out for that. Stay safe out there, be good to one another, and do, in fact, meet me here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for Thursday's program on Rock 106.9. Hopefully you have a great afternoon, and hopefully I'll run into you sooner or later around town.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
As well. We will close out the program and do that for the week, and we'll do it next here on Rock 106.9. All I gotta say is it's Friday.
I need to get out and party. Woo!
You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby!
If you rob a store, you can fully expect to be shot.
Pay for that
You can't do stupid stuff.
I am sober and rarely drink alcohol.
You need to ask permission from everybody in the group to bring your boyfriend.
And everybody help me say the sinner's prayer safe.
2 security guards framed me for masturbating in the restroom. Something I did not do. Oh, buddy, stop lying. We all know you did it.
Oh, my name? Melinda Brown Duckett, baby.
Chicken's done every day, people, at churches, Popeyes, and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
He assaulted me with the chicken. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
If he were habitual homosexuals, then by all means, take a hike.
As long as I have the queer community that sees me for my truth, I'm going to be okay.
You smell amazing. How old are you?
I'll leave you alone, I swear.
I said I like women! Women!
We didn't have tornadoes here until we started putting into traffic circles.
Speed demons are a tyranny that's plaguing the streets of our city.
Because on the count of, you want to know why? When people go round and round in circles, it causes disturbance in the atmosphere and causes tornadoes.
We need more cops to stop those speed demons.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving.
Pretty soon we're gonna be calling this country.
Unbelievably stupid.
Call people on the tracks right now!
I might not be in the mood to deal with flight shenanigans that day. That's all I'm saying.
We need to go back to like taking women out of the workforce.
Surround yourself with smart, talented people. Well, you ain't seen nothing, my friend, until you have a flame coming out of your butthole, and you need an asbestos diaper to be able to keep that flame from burning a hole in your pants.
My wife had my weed in her purse, and the mother cops took it. It was only like 4 grams, but it was really good weed.
Yeah, man, you just an unlucky dude.
Don't hate on cops, because guess what? It's been going on since before humans, man, and you don't even know about it.
Now I'm gonna wrap it up.
I quit this bitch.
On a big station. Rock 1069.
Bye!
We need to put women back in the kitchen.
Have a great Friday, you motherfucker!
Well, welcome back to the program. I'm Rock 1069, nearing the end of it for both the day, also the weeks there. I appreciate the hang all damn day. We do have the second round of the NFL draft a little later, and the Browns finally get a pick. Did not have a pick in the first round. That, I believe, goes back to the Deshaun acquisition there. I think the Browns pick at 54 tonight. That will be the pick, not obviously the time. The 54th pick. I got lucky enough to head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame last night for the first round of the draft. And, people will ask me a lot, what's my favorite part of my job? And so a couple of weeks ago, and it's always meeting people, there's a lot of other benefits, but I love the fact that I get to meet people and mingle quite a bit. And it was about a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the rise of the trades. It's all coming back full circles. People are realizing, dude, I can make a lot of money as a plumber. I can make a lot of money as an electrician. I think I'm going to go do that, right? And we were kind of talking about that, and obviously a lot of blue-collar workers inside the Stansbury Show audience, right? And so Jerry had hit me up on the text line while we were having that conversation. The text line number, by the way, is 330-450-7625, and Jerry is part of the East Central Building Trades, and they threw a party for the draft last night. And so he just hit me back again. He was like, hey, man, he's like, I enjoyed that conversation. He's like, a lot of my guys listen. He's like, look, he's like, no pressure whatsoever, but we're doing this thing at the hall for the draft, and we would love it if you came. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Thursday night, got one more show to do. I could be up a little later than normal. Yeah, man, I'll see you guys there. And so sure enough, I got to meet Jerry and a bunch of guys who were, and women who work in the trades, and like just great people, great time, good food last night. And there were Hall of Famers all over the place. I got to spend a few minutes with John Randall of the Minnesota Vikings. Great guy. I mean, could not have been a nicer guy. Literally walked up to us and started talking versus like us, like, hey, man, can we have a photo? Can we have this? I mean, he just was like the nicest guy in the world. One of my favorite NFL personalities of all time was there last night, Jerry Glanville. And I have been bad throughout my career of getting photos with people. I always feel like, all right, I feel a little bad about doing it. For some reason, I wanted it. I wanted it really bad. I got it. And he could not have been a nicer guy. He was so nice and was willing to talk and tell stories. And I did that annoying thing people do to famous people. Like, dude, then that one day, and then you said this. Like, it was sometimes people will do that to me and they'll recite the show back to me. It's like, I know, Brad, I was there. But it's like, so I could feel that coming off of him, but he could not have been a nicer guy. Reggie Langhorne was there. Kevin Mack was there. Actually, Langhorne walked right up to me right before the Caleb Williams pick from the Bears and was like, I don't buy this pick. I was like, what? He's like, I'm not sold on this kid. I don't think he's going to be any good. It's like, this is amazing, man. Somebody give me my microphone. I mean, there were just so many people in there last night. I had such a great time. Thanks again to Jerry. Dude, I got to meet the mayor last night. Great guy. Ended up being a really good dude. I had never met him before. That was my first time. So, Jerry, thanks for the invite, man. You and your crew did a great job, man. I can't wait to see you guys, hang out with you guys again. All right, that's about it for the show. We do have the draft round 2 tonight, and that will continue over the weekend. We'll talk to Scott about that coming up on Monday. Stay right where you're at and score yourself another $1,000 Rock the Bank keyword with Teresa. She'll get that word passed out at 10 a.m. this morning here on Rock 1069. Stay safe out there. Be good to one another, and do, in fact, meet me here Monday morning at 6 a.m. for another week of the Stansbury Show here on Rock 1069. Hopefully you have a great weekend, and hopefully I run into you somewhere around town.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right?
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Ooh, pass me the intercom thing.
Attention shoppers. If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods.
Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
like, and I hate when people say this about famous people, but it does feel like nobody's talking about me enough. I want to be talked about a little bit more. Porn makes everybody, all of their ears perk up, all of the eyeballs get bigger. Let me do this. I guess I can't be shocked. I mean, the mother of his children became famous over a sex tape that her mother negotiated the release of, otherwise known as pimping out her own daughter. So I guess we can't be shocked here. But I don't think a Kanye-sponsored porn site is going to do much. If you tell people Kanye's going to be in the pornography, I think people would pay to see that? Well, yes. Yes, I do. Lisa rocks the bank with you at 10 a.m. That's when you get your second $1,000 keyword. And then we'll continue those. Shouldn't say the rest of the day. Until 5? We've been talking about Kanye. Apparently, he's bringing out Ye porn. This will be a Kanye West-backed pornography site. I don't know why we need it. There are a ton of porn sites out there. We're in no shortage of pornography as more and more people are making their own. OnlyFans is exploding. Sexuality is all anybody can talk about anymore. And I talk sex a lot on the show. Less than some people think. I get that conversation, or I used to get that conversation at home a lot, like, oh my God, I mean, I'm so worried about it. I mean, I'm an executive, and like, blah, blah, blah. And people are going to think different. They're going to think